Double round robin.
E4, E5. No surprise there.
And we've been seeing D4.
He's thinking he might
Yeah.
go back to, not bishop E2.
Berlin? No Berlin.
Yeah, and Liem's been playing these bishop c5 positions consistently for the past 2 days. We've already seen it yesterday, had it against Gukesh, I believe, and he's been repeating it today. And meeting c3 not with f5, but with all kinds of other moves, yeah.
I always thought that c3 was necessary specifically because of this move knight d4, trading the knights off. The knight on c6 is off.
As discussed, this is an anti-Berlin a full tempo up though for white. So for people who have been struggling what to do against the Berlin, this feels like luxury. Even though you don't have very much, it is still a much improved version of something that we all know. You go d4 in one tempo basically, because in anti-Berlin you begin by playing d3, and then you still play d4 in very many positions. So bishop e2, bishop a4 was played in that game with MVL. If you remember, MVL had that absolutely winning position against Liem in the first day of Blitz, which he failed to convert. Maybe that was even in the Rapid. That was maybe the Rapid. So Levon deviates by putting the bishop on e2 and not a4, and Liem reacts by taking on d4 and going d5 immediately. I like this for black actually. This is a very fighting position.
Yeah.
e5 we go knight e7 with castle. Something goes to f5, we have f6.
It's
It
clearly...
doesn't feel like I have something here with white. I mean, I would love to play knight c3, d takes, knight takes, and say, aren't I ahead in development?
It's starting to remind me of Caro-Kann, like exchange variations.
Right.
Knight
Without
e3 was
Yeah.
the choice.
any downsides, right? I was almost thinking there, instead of knight takes e4, it flashed through my mind, I could play d5.
Well, you're still sort of trying to equalize. The most you're trying to do there is to maybe trade everything down in the center.
I'm not taking advantage of my superior development,
No.
I agree.
No.
I don't have superior development to take advantage of. Bishop g5.
There's already almost 2-minute time difference after, what are we on move 7 or something?
Yeah. Okay, so bishop g5, castles.
Castles, yes.
What am I supposed to do? Go knight c5? Am I going back to c4? I mean, at a certain moment, this...
Yeah, we want to put the rook on e1.
I was wondering if we can play queen b3 here. Well, yeah, just pin the pawn on f7 is maybe the more important part of the equation, and also prevent bishop e4, bishop e6. I like bishop c4.
I do too.
Bishop f5 seems logical, but then maybe after knight g3, or even rook e1 immediately, you have some issues with that pin.
I'm uncomfortable with that pin. Can we get out of it right away? Queen c7? Although...
Knight g3 might...
He's reaching for h6, but that doesn't solve the pin problems.
Knight f6 check is beginning to rear
Look
its...
attractive?
Yeah. Queen h5 on a good day.
No, this is,
I didn't see this getting trouble.
yeah, despite Liam being clearly the one who knew more in the opening,
Yeah.
yeah, this is now...
is a scary
My
pawn.
king was already on d4.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You would
You're
triumphantly
halfway there.
march to e5.
I was about
right?
to say. If we could go king g1 e5 there, we would be very, very happy with
powerful.
ourselves. Yeah.
Levon is considering it, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, he knows it's the one way to play for something.
Well, he's just kind of recognizing that, well, wait a minute, if I just go hg, my opponent goes queen f5 followed by bishop e6, considering that the pawn on c5 is hanging. Oh, yes!
I like that queen f5. Yeah, he's taking
You're
that.
channeling your inner Levon Aronian.
Oh, takes d1, interesting. I think he wants to play bishop b6 and he thinks he will hold this, but takes rook e7.
That's not...
He has rook f1, rook f8, rook f7. I guess he does hold it.
Yeah.
It's still going to be maybe a little bit better for white after something like rook d6.
My
But
king cannot come out. That's the problem.
I'm sorry, so we go takes,
yeah, we
takes,
can't not go to
rook,
Take
rook
on f1.
here, takes,
Oh wait, yeah, king already out. Check.
check,
King e2.
king e2, rook f7,
rook f7, rook d6, I guess.
yes,
But how do we... The thing
Yeah,
is,
rook
we
No.
can't really win this without the king.
Doesn't
Sorry,
matter if you
no
give a check
check.
or not. I'll still go rook f6 probably.
and then here,
Rook f6 or not.
and now I'll go
I don't have king f7, right?
yes,
No, but,
Do I have king f8?
yeah, but the problem
and
is...
check,
Then check
And
rook
then
b8,
rook
yeah,
b8.
that is
Nice.
awkward, yeah.
and
They're following
Levon
this
is-
line.
Levon can enjoy himself here, but there's no choice from Liam's point of view. You don't play rook b8 here.
I don't think you ever play rook b8. No, that looks... Although, like rook b8 with the
rook
intention
e7.
of immediately playing... Maybe you play b6.
Yeah, that could also lead to a draw.
It's ugly, but maybe you can actually calculate it out to a
No,
draw.
I think he's
No,
gonna do.
he's done
rook
the
f7 idea.
conventional way, but there is this very awkward move, check, and rook d6, what we've been looking. And Levon,
Maybe
he
rook-
senses
maybe
there's a
rook
little
e8
opportunity here.
And king f7. Oh no, never mind. I don't have rook e8.
He senses some opportunity here, rook to d6. He could force a draw.
Oh, rook f. Five. You go before I go a5. They just took a draw.
Yeah,
He's not trying. He didn't
he
play
did.
rook d6.
He did. Well, he knows he just needs one more draw to secure, and we are going to go to the game. Where are we going?
Let's check Gukesh and Fabi.
Let's do it. World champion Gukesh